Good Sunday to all of you Hoosiers. I'm Ryan. This is Indiana Weather Online. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today's video is going to focus in on severe weather potential for both Monday and Tuesday. There's been some changes, and most of it positive for the most part, at least. We'll talk about that here in a second. Starting with our SPC outlooks here, we do have a marginal risk, which is the lowest risk you can possibly get in the dark green colored areas, places like South Bend, Lafayette, Gary, all those areas between in a marginal severe risk. If you'll notice up here to the west and north, we do have a slight risk here for places like Chicago, even further west here in orange, that's enhanced at level 3. And we actually have a level 4 red moderate risk out there where a severe weather outbreak is possible. But the good news is here in Indiana, we are not expecting an outbreak. Going over the hazards for Monday, this is for Monday night especially. Going over one by one, here's your wind risk there, a 5 to 14% probability of severe wind there in the brownish red color for South Bend. Exact same place I just mentioned, South Bend down toward Lafayette, up toward Gary. Hail risk is very similar, if not identical, 5 to 14% risk there for the exact same areas. The tornadic risk is pretty much not in the state. There's a very tiny sliver up here by Gary that does find itself in a 2% risk, but overall concern for tornadoes is quite low for Monday evening. Going into the model here, going into today's forecast, going to be a dry day out there, maybe a passing shower down here by the Evansville area. Possibly, not a very high concern for that. So it should be a pretty dry day, upper 60s, perhaps even low 70s in spots there across the state. Our concern starts to increase here as moisture starts getting pumped up into the region here from the Gulf. As we move into Monday night, we're staying dry. And then we go into Tuesday morning, we're starting to see some pop-up storms developing there across Wisconsin. We'll have to keep an eye on those. That could bring our first round here of possible storms. Here is 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, so I want to take note and pause right there. Most, if not all of your Monday is going to be pleasant and dry. I know the risk is for the Monday time frame. It says up there at the top, Monday. I guess you can't see it really, it's cut off, but it does say Monday on this forecast. But again, Monday will likely be a dry and pleasant day across the state. Our concern really is focused in on Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon and evening. As we move into Tuesday morning here, storms begin to push into northwest Indiana. These would carry potential for damaging winds as well as large hail. And again, the risk for tornadoes is quite low at this time. This is round 1 at 7 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. We're going to pause it right there. We're going to say round 2 begins here after the 8 a.m. time frame on Tuesday. Going into your latest SPC outlook, it shifted. You'll notice here we did have a slight risk in effect for the entire state for the past 2 or 3 days from the SPC, but today they have shifted that further south, and a pretty significant shift at that. A slight risk now extends from south of Lafayette, from about Kokomo area, and points southward to Indianapolis, Muncie, Terre Haute, Vincennes, Jasper, Corydon, Bloomington, and Evansville areas. You guys are in the highest concern there for Tuesday afternoon, and that is because that cold front is coming through quicker, which is slamming the door basically on any type of instability, making it that far north for Gary, South Bend, those areas in light green up there where just general thunderstorms are expected. Moving back into the model here and kind of going over, here is 11 a.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. There are your storms developing here by 3 p.m. across central Indiana, and that is why your risk is much higher further south there. There are the storms exploding here about 4 o'clock Eastern, 5, 6, 7, and by about 8 o'clock or so, they're now clearing the state into Ohio and Kentucky, leaving Indiana dry and severeless. That's a word. So that's going to be the concern here. Tuesday afternoon from about that 2 p.m. time frame through about the, we're going to say 10 p.m. time frame. For the south central part of the state, anywhere in yellow really is going to be your risk. Main hazards, damaging winds followed by large hail. I would not rule out a tornado or two possible, although the concern is much lower in comparison to wind and hail here for Tuesday afternoon. And the good news is for those of you in further north for like South Bend, Gary, and the light green area up there, your risk is much lower because the systems are kind of skipping over you, so to speak, potentially there for portions of the north and west part of the state. So if you don't get severe weather, consider yourself lucky. Between the 2 days here, we do have a pretty active period coming up. So we're going to be here tracking it. We'll be live 24/7, 365. Any warnings issued in the state, we are live here at IWO. So feel free to tune in. We cover it from beginning to end and also have chasers in the field sometimes. So if you want live storm chasing as well, you're in the right spot. We'll have a live briefing tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central here on the page. So feel free to come back and tune in. All the updated forecasts as well as taking a look into your week ahead. All coming up at the 8 o'clock briefing tonight. I keep saying 7 because it's Central Time. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central here on Facebook, YouTube, and X at Indiana Weather Online. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Get out there. Enjoy a nice, pleasant day. Get some yard work done. Whatever you choose to do here, make sure you have fun doing it as the weather is pleasant out there. I'll catch you guys tonight and also tomorrow for more updates on these potential severe risks.